Okay, so in today's video, we got to talk about Stephen A. going on Cris Carter's podcast, moving the goalpost again when it comes to this Max Kellerman situation, because now he just revealed something else that we haven't heard Stephen A. Smith say about Max Kellerman, and the breakup between Stephen A. and Max on First Take, and the reason why Stephen A. didn't want to work alongside Max Kellerman anymore. Now, we know he went to the Joe Budden podcast. He had said, he just didn't want to work with him. As simple as that. He also went to the Breakfast Club, said the same thing, that, Max was just not the type of guy that he wanted to have debates with. Now, Stephen A. Smith moved the goalposts completely in a different direction when he was on Cris Carter's podcast. So let's check out what Stephen A. Smith had to say on Cris Carter's podcast, talking about the reason why he didn't want to work alongside Max Kellerman. Here's the video. Be sure to hit that like button for me if you haven't already. That helps this YouTube channel continue to grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with all of my current YouTube videos. Peace.
Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
What was the rub there? Why wasn't that show as successful as other partners that you've had in that spot?
Lack of chemistry. Believe it or not, it was more his fault than mine. I've seen his friend Marcellus Wiley bring up stuff. Marcellus Wiley knows one side. He certainly never spoke to me about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Never called, never asked, or anything like that. And I'm not hating on him for it because that's his man. Him and Max are very, very tight. But if you want to talk about me, I'm not hard to find. But I will say this. I might disagree with what he says, but there have been times when I think that Marcellus has been more than fair, and he's entitled to his opinion. I'm certainly not here to criticize him. I only bring him up because when I think about Max Kellerman, I think about the narrative that he's helped put out there. And I'm like, talk to me, and all you had to do, because I might, there's certain things I may not say publicly, but I'd have told Marcellus because I know that's his boy.
Okay, so that's Stephen A. Smith saying that it was Max Kellerman's fault more so than his. And I got to say salute to Marcellus Wiley for pointing out the obvious that we all know and saw on that show, that Stephen A. Smith was acting like a diva. I can show a clip right now when Stephen A. didn't know that Quavo was coming on the show, and Max Kellerman and Perk and Quavo had a little moment. It was like a 2-minute segment. It was real quick. Stephen A. Smith was acting like a complete diva. Let's check that out right here.
Let me say this, man. I knew absolutely positively nothing about this quote unquote beef or whatever it is between y'all. I knew nothing about this literally until y'all both came on air. Let me say this to you.
All right, gentlemen.
Were you not entertained? That was entertaining.
I wasn't.
You were not entertained?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I was entertained.
I didn't like it one bit.
Why is that?
Because I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it at that. I don't. I had nothing to do with that. I ain't know anything about it.
Okay. You want to talk the games? Who wins tonight?
Brooklyn will win. I'm sorry. Milwaukee is the only chance that they get swept. So I'm going to go with Milwaukee.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to show that is because Marcellus Wiley responded to what Stephen A. Smith said on the Cris Carter podcast. And he was like, bro, we all saw the chemistry there. Max Kellerman would make a joke and you would not budge. You would just sit there and just let the joke die or whatever. You know how it is with chemistry. You got to go back and forth. There has to be a 1-2 punch. But Stephen A. Smith, we saw him time and time again come on ESPN First Take. Like I said, I can show you guys a lot of clips of him acting like a diva like that for no reason. So let's get into what Marcellus Wiley had to say, man. If you stuck around this long, be sure to hit that like button for me if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Let's check out this video.
Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
What was the rub there? Why wasn't that show as successful as other partners that you've had in that spot?
Lack of chemistry. Believe it or not, it was more his fault than mine.
Now, that's news to me. I mean, I don't know. I watched that show for 5 years, and it seemed like there were many times Stephen A. Smith was just fed up with debating Max Kellerman, fed up with being a good teammate, fed up with this fool. Obviously that was happening because behind closed doors, we know how it ended. So as any relationship goes, When it ends, you spend about half of that time breaking up. So it was a lot of complaining behind the scenes, obviously. But that said, that was Max's fault? Tell me if that's news to y'all. I ain't know that. Beat that up in the comments. Max was just talking. I mean, he's smart, bright, articulate. You admit those same things. You're going to say that. At the same time, he missed. He took shots and missed. Tom Brady off a cliff, win. But when you're a teammate, your first thought is not how many shots you going to make. I get that. You're a baller. It's when you don't make the shot, I'm going to give you that rock back. Or when you don't make the shot, I'm getting that rebound and I'm going to go make this shot. Then we're going to chop it up. How are we going to do it next time? That was sabotage, what I saw. More than that. But let's keep talking. Let's go.
You know, but it was a chemistry issue. And I think that people need to understand it was mostly my fault.
Rest in peace, Grandma Blackie. What? Didn't he just say it was Max's fault? I mean, he just said it was Max's fault. And now it was mostly his fault. I'm going to try and defend Stephen A. Smith in this moment because I am fair. I'm objective, and I don't dislike Stephen A. Smith. Deep respect. Maybe he's talking about a different perspective. It was Max's fault in terms of their chemistry, but it was his fault in terms of not fixing the chemistry because he's the star of the show, the boss of the show, the dandada. Maybe he's trying to go there, right? When you're like, this player is not that good. He's the problem, but it's on me too because I'm the leader of the team. You get it? Maybe he's going to go there. I hope. If not, my Grandma Blackie nailed this one. Truth is simple, baby. Lies are complex and confusing.
I'm the leader.
Okay.
I'm the executive producer of the show.
Okay, there we go.
I'm the star of the show.
I don't know still.
I wasn't looking at Max Kellerman and saying it was his fault that the show failed. I'm talking about us.
You just said that.
How I vibe with all the people that I vibe for. The proof is in the pudding. Look at how I vibed with the people that have been there since he's been gone. Look at how I vibed with Skip Bayless as a debate partner before he arrived. I think that Max Kellerman is somebody that I'm rooting for to return to this business. He's somebody that is nothing short of brilliant, like genius level, brilliant. Absolutely true.
Okay, so that's Marcellus Wiley calling out Stephen A. And I got to say salute to that, man, because Stephen A is so worried about the narrative that, Marcellus Wiley is putting out, but he's not putting out a narrative. Other people have been calling out Stephen A. Jason Whitlock. Plenty of other people have been calling out Stephen A. for the stuff that he's been saying about this Max Kellerman thing. And I wish Stephen A. would just let it go and just say next question. He doesn't want to talk about it because he said it enough, how he felt about that situation. But now he's moving the goalpost. So it just goes to show you, man, at the end of the day, man, Stephen A. didn't like Max Kellerman. And I wish he would just say that. Keep it 100. Just say I didn't like the guy. I thought it was boring working alongside him. Now you saying that, it was Max Kellerman's fault more so than me. Trying to play victim in a way, in my opinion, man. So salute to Marcellus Wiley, man, for keeping his foot on Stephen A. Smith's neck. Y'all get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you made this far in the video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Comment down, new sub if you're a new sub. Catch you guys on the next video. And y'all guys, peace.